Hello, today I want to talk about time and about how time doesn't really exist. Now, we all know what we mean when we talk about time. We've all got clocks and we've got watches and we've got calendars and we are constantly planning and arranging dates. We commit certain times to working and so on. Without time, life would be absolutely chaotic. But when we measure things like distance, for example, or heat, these we are measuring against physically real things like space or energy and so on. But when we measure time, what are we actually measuring? And time is a separate sort of flowing entity. It doesn't exist. We're measuring something that doesn't exist. It's all a huge illusion. Now we divide time into past, present and future. Now the past, whether it's what I had for breakfast this morning or whether it's the rule of Julius Caesar, it doesn't exist. No one can return to the past. It's finished. It has no mass, no energy. It occupies no space. It is nothing. All it exists is in memories and in records. Indeed, without memories or records, the past would definitely not exist. You know, the past is irretrievably lost. It doesn't exist. Now, likewise, when it comes to the future has not happened yet. It's just a load of possibilities. You might have plans for the future, and you may be pretty certain they're going to happen, but you can't be absolutely certain. Besides which, it hasn't happened. And whilst we predict the future, it has no physical reality, or there's no energy exists in the future. We just have to wait until it happens. And so you can say with absolute certainty that past does not exist and the future does not exist. So we're left with the present. But what do we mean by the present? Because if the present exists, it has to have some sort of duration. I mean, how long does it exist for? Is the present 1 second? Is it an hour? Is it 3 days? But of course, it's none of those things. It's not even a second. Because the present is the point at which the future immediately becomes the past. It's a constant flow. There is no such thing as the present. You know, it's like standing on the bank of a river and watching the water rush by. And all the water that's downstream is the past, it's gone. And all the water that's upstream is the future hasn't come yet. And right where you're standing looking across the river, that's the present. But could you actually identify it? Because it's constantly moving. It's a boundary where a non-existent future instantly collapses into a non-existent past. And so, if the past and the future and the present do not exist, then time as a flowing dimension doesn't exist. It makes no sense. And so if time doesn't exist, what is it that we're experiencing? Well, I think what it is change. You know, we're aware all the time of change, the change in the position of the Earth as it rotates, the change in the position of the Earth in relation to the Sun, the seasons, plants growing. It's constant change that we're experiencing. As indeed we change as we age, as we get older. But it's not time. It's not a dimension in the way that we think of it. Anyway, that's what I think about it, and I'd be interested in what you think about it, and any comments you've got. And if you haven't already subscribed, if you wouldn't mind doing so, I'd be very grateful, because I want to talk about a lot more subjects such as this, and I'd be very happy if you were to watch some of them. So if you watched this far, thank you very much indeed, and until next time, bye for now.